Welcome in. It's New England Patriots Today on IGS Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us. Coming up on today's show, we are talking Patriots draft rumors, all about Will Levis after his visit to New England. We'll tell you all about it and the possibility of the Patriots taking the Kentucky quarterback. We'll get into that coming up in a matter of moments. Before we do, with the Patriots picking at 14th overall, what do you think that they should do with the pick? Should it be Will Levis? Should it be an offensive tackle, wide receiver, a corner? What do you think the Patriots should do with their first-round pick? Tell us in the comments section, and we'll get started with today's show. Will Levis, if you recall, when the draft process was beginning and those first few months, he was getting a lot of attention, a lot of hype. People loved Will Levis going into this past college football season. Then he disappointed. And for the longest time, Mel Kiper Jr. had Will Levis as his number one quarterback on his draft board, up until recently when it was pretty obvious Will Levis wasn't going to be the number one pick. And then all of a sudden, Mel just changed his mind and said, you know what, Bryce Young is actually the number one quarterback on my draft board. But anyways, there has been a belief for a long time that Will Levis would be a top 5 pick, at the very least a top 10 pick. But then he's been jumped by Anthony Richardson on most draft boards, and you look at the so-called experts, they say that Levis is probably the number 4 quarterback now. And so that leaves some question marks about where exactly we are going to see Will Levis get picked in this draft. If there is a quarterback that is going to slide and fall, Levis seems like the guy that would be the most likely. And with the questions about Mac Jones and his fit with the organization and some recent comments made by Bill O'Brien, could now be the time for the Patriots to go ahead and make a change at the quarterback position. Well, here's more from Ian Rapoport of the NFL Network with a tweet that he put out there earlier this morning. An interesting top 30 visit on the final day of team visits were allowed. The Patriots hosted Kentucky quarterback Will Levis yesterday, sources say. Part of their due diligence to prepare for any scenario a week from now. New England picks 14th. Any scenario. Okay. More on that here in just a second. Before we get to the numbers, and I want to show you some quotes from Bill O'Brien and other folks, you got to subscribe to the channel. Folks, we are getting oh so close to the draft. We're going to be all over the draft here next week with breakdowns of all the picks the Patriots make and getting you ready with everything you need to know. If you are a diehard New England Patriots fan, this is the channel for you. We're trying to grow this thing so we can put more content on the channel, do longer videos for you. So go ahead and subscribe now, turn on notifications so you never miss a moment. We are covering this team like no one else is. Subscribe today, youtube.com/Patriots Today. Let's grow this channel. Let's keep it going here on Patriots Today. And make sure to be with us all week next week, as we'll have you covered like no one else does. So I'll say this much. The fact that this late in the draft process, but just a week to go till the first round, that the Patriots are even talking to Will Levis and taking the time to meet with him in Foxborough and everything, that is quite the statement in itself, right? To me, that sends quite the message here. And remember the statements that were made by Bill O'Brien not too long ago about the direction of this offense? Think about this. Listen to what Bill O'Brien had to say. I think the big thing for us right now is everybody starts with a clean slate. I think that every year is different. I think this year is no different than any other year. So what you did in the past, whether it's a player or a coach or anybody in the organization, really has no bearing on what happens moving forward. And let's even take it a step even further back. Bill Belichick, March 27th, on whether Mac Jones is the starting quarterback heading into camp or if Bailey Zappe would be in the competition. Everyone will get a chance to play. We'll play the best players. That's not a done deal answer. That is not, we have confidence in our quarterback. We believe in Mac Jones. He's our guy going forward. That was not the message at all that was sent by Bill Belichick or Bill O'Brien here. It's no secret that Bill was not pleased with Mac Jones, of how he handled things when the offense was struggling, going to the Alabama coaching staff, which ironically enough, Bill O'Brien was on last year. And it's very interesting to hear O'Brien call for a clean slate, right? Connecting some dots here. Well, let's go back to Will Levis here for a second. He played in a pro-style offense at Kentucky. And Bill O'Brien was in the same league as him. They were both in the SEC. He's a quarterback that looks the part, right? A big arm. He can throw on the run. Those things scream NFL quarterback, right? But then you take it a step further and you look at the numbers here, and that's where I'm saying to myself, maybe not. 23 interceptions, turned the ball over way too much. This was a year where he was supposed to perform and play at a really high level, and Will Levis, quite frankly, left a lot to be desired. So, for me, I'm out on Will Levis. And whether he falls at 14 or you have to trade up for him, whatever it may be, to me, I would give at least Mac one more shot and see if he's that guy and try to work over these things. Or even Bailey Zappe, whatever it may be. You have too many problems I think you need to address before trying to go with this Will Levis route. So I'm out on Levis. Reminds me too much of Blaine Gabbert. No thanks. I'm not taking a Will Levis. Should the Patriots draft Will Levis? What do you think about that? Let me know in the comments section. Y for yes, in for no. Elaborate a little bit further. Tell me what you think about this Will Levis visit and if the Patriots should draft him or not. Subscribe to the channel. We got you covered talking about your New England Patriots. This is the channel for the die-hard New England Patriots fans. We'll see you next time here on Patriots Today.